Welcome to the Transformation Channel. This is the Transformation Update. I'm Jeffrey Curtis. Let's get right to it. We're going to start right here with the chronometer printout, and this is the second. And unfortunately, something happened this week. The reason why I'm late with all my stuff is because I had a computer crash. Spent 5 days getting my computer to work again. Had to buy a new hard drive or new M.2 drive and reformat and transfer all my files, and it took a while. So I apologize for that. And also that meant that I only worked out and stuff the first couple days of the week, and literally I spent all the rest of the time updating my computer and getting it going. So here we go. Here's what I ate on the 2nd, and then the 3rd, and then I think that's the last day that I actually logged, although I ate about the same amount on all the rest of the days. Today is the 9th. I'll start logging my food again today, but I haven't yet. So let's go to the next app. Okay, so first here we see the Fitbit app, and it's on the phone here. And we see my steps, which means that I did the mile or whatever. And there they are. And let's see, 2.9 miles on that day. And then let's go on. On the 3rd, I finally got 10,000 steps in, and I went to the gym and did that. And the first workout in the gym where I done the full hour on the treadmill and done the circuit, and let me tell you what, I was beat. It was a really good workout. And then my computer crashed and everything for the next few days, and I didn't even bother logging those days because I had nothing. Tomorrow I'll be starting back up. Tonight I'll go to the gym again. And let's go on to the next step. I have dropped some weight, even though haven't been working out like I ought to because I was working on the computer fixing it, but I still lost a little over a pound this week, and we can see that. And my BMI went down a little bit, and my visceral fat is still high at 22. And my subcutaneous fat is 37, and my total body fat is 44, which is still obese. Okay, so I started using Map My Walk, which I won't be able to use. For some reason, I've been having a lot of trouble with Gmail on my phone. It constantly logs out, and I am constantly having to reinstall Map My Run and other programs, and I'll have to figure that out. But for here, let's see if I can find the route I used. There it is. So here's my route that I usually take, and it's 2.9 miles, but this time I walked back and forth, so I got it over 3. All right, so there it is. And we can see on, let's go ahead and increase the, we can see that my current weight is down to 277.5, and my resting pulse 63, my blood pressure's down, and so I'm still continuing on downswing there. Let's look at it over the year, and then let's look at blood pressure, and there we are. We can see the pressure is starting to drop, right? And that's really good. And if we look at resting pulse as well, let's look at that. And it went down, then came back up, probably because this week I spent in the chair. All right, so that's all the data. This week I'll be getting back to it hard, and I appreciate you guys. Something I check my blood pressure with this, and I gotta say this little Equate is pretty good. It goes right on your wrist, and it was only like $40, and it's a pretty good little blood pressure checker. I like it. All right, so if If you have any questions about the stuff I use for my healthcare or anything, please comment on the bottom. Don't forget that Metric Me, that software we just looked at, will be out in, I don't know, a couple weeks hopefully, and that's it. So here's a couple. Well, I only got a couple of the walk, and I'll end with that and let you see what I did there. Guess it's time to work out. Parking lot's full. Here we go. My second official workout. Wish me luck. Well, just spent 2.5 hours gym. So that was first time I done the treadmill since I came back for the full 3 miles, which about exhausted me. And then I did 2 rounds on the circuit after that, and so that's it. And then I spent about 15 minutes in the steam room, the same in the jacuzzi, 5 minutes in the pool. That's why I like the gym, because I get to reward myself afterwards. But this is what, Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is, but it's the 2nd, so it might be Wednesday the 2nd. So there we go. All done. All right, good morning with my brother this morning. Yesterday at the gym, 2.5 hours, done 3 miles on the treadmill, and then worked out the circuit. Boy, that was the first real workout I've had since I started this, and boy, was I whipped. Today, my back hurts, but here we are. We're on the 3-mile walk. One of these days, it'll be time to start running this stuff again. Yeah.
After the tire falls off our waist, hits the ground, we'll be able to move faster.
Yeah. We won't have the spare tire anymore. It's beautiful day out here today. For some reason, it's a little cooler. Thank God. And, well, I guess that's all I have to report right now. Except for that doggone Yeti commercials and the Bigfoot commercials. You seen those? Oh my gosh, they're crack up. I crack up every time, except for the foul language. All right, today I'm using a different program. I'm using Map My Walk because at Map My Run, every time I go to use it, I have to reinstall. So we're gonna try this one, see how it does. The birds are talking to me. All right, catch you later. All right, that's it. I'll see you next week.